Welcome back, dear students. Now we will continue the remaining part of the chapter, The Thief's Story. Up to here, you knew about the thing that Anil was asleep, but Hari woke up and he crept to the bed and slipped his hand under the mattress because he took the money. He could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow, and so he stole the notes and went out of the room. So he found the notes and ran away on the road. Hari Singh made up his mind that he would directly go to the railway station and would catch the Lucknow express. He thought that Anil would not catch him if he ran away from the city. And Hari Singh reached the railway station. Lucknow express was about to go. So here you know that the narrator held the notes by the string of his pajamas, and the notes were 600 in 50s. So he could live like an oil rich Arab. For a week or two, when he reached the station, the Lucknow express was just moving out. He could jump into it, but he didn't. He was on the platform. He had no idea where to spend the night. He didn't want to stay in a hotel either. He walked through the bazaar slowly. So here, as a thief, the narrator had studied man's faces when they had lost their goods. The greedy man showed fear. The rich man showed anger. The poor man showed acceptance. But he knew that Anil would show sadness when he would know of it. So suddenly the good spirit called him. The inner voice told him not to betray the faith of Anil. The train was moving, but Hari didn't dare to catch it. He was remembering the innocent face of Anil. When Hari Singh thought that what would Anil think about him after knowing the thing? Anil would not worry about the money, but he might feel bad that a man had broken his faith. So that Anil would show sadness when he would know of it. This sadness would be for the loss of trust. So such a theft was always good for the thief. There was conflict in the mind of Hari Singh. He didn't want to lose faith of Anil because he knew that Anil was a simple man. Moreover, Anil was teaching him how to write and add numbers which could change his life. He could become a respected person in the society. He went to the maiden and sat down on a bench. So that's why he omitted that idea of moving by train, and just thought that's why he had just went to the maiden and sat down on a bench. And it was a chilly November night. A light drizzle added to his discomfort. Soon it began to rain heavily. He was drenched. He sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. So you see here that there was the conflict in the mind of Hari Singh. He didn't want to lose faith of Anil because he knew that Anil was a simple man, and he was just teaching him how to live a life. That's why he left the railway station. He came to the maiden and sat on the bench, and just then heavy rain started. It was the month of November, and cold wind started blowing. He felt more uncomfortable as he had cheated an innocent person. His shirt and pajamas stuck to his body because it was wet due to the rain. Then he went to the clock tower to save from the rain. He sat there under the tower. Suddenly he remembered his notes. He searched for it and found that all the notes were wet. He crept again and secretly put back money under the mattress. The next day, Anil woke up, prepared tea for Hari and himself. He handed over 50 rupees note to Hari and told him that he would be regularly paid now. Hari took the note and found that it was still wet. He understood that Anil knew about the last night episode, means what was happened on last night. So here you see that narrator's thoughts at this stage. It was midnight, the notes were damp, he felt that it was Anil's money, and in the morning he would probably have given him 2 or 3 rupees. It was for the cinema. Now he had it all. He couldn't cook his meals and learn to write. So now, dear students, the remaining part of the chapter I will explain it tomorrow.